Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. I have a feeling we might not finish it this time, but I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take me. So we'll just see how far we can get. We're going for all the reasonably obtainable endings. Alright. Let's get going.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
We're not.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Now, last time I went for the blue door, that led to, I think, what's called the game's ending. And so I'm supposed to go through the red door now.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running.
This room doesn't make
sense.
sense.
The way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh, is this really just a looping room? Oh, that's great. Give me just a second. All these videos have been really dark. Let me see if I can boost the brightness. It doesn't seem to be an option, unfortunately. Well, this seems dangerous. No, please. Oh, apparently I was supposed to do that.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Whoa.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Wow. This is, well, colorful.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Ooh.
Right. Where were we?
Very colorful. Very unfinished walls here.
Oh no.
Not painted yet.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
So what, I'm supposed to die now?
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Why would I do that? Why?
Please,
For
Stanley.
the story.
No!
Ow.
Oh,
I'm not dead.
Thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
I am in the other room now.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
So what, we're just gonna sit here for the rest of our lives? I mean, it is pretty, I'll give you that, but... I'm playing a video game. I can sit around at home. I don't need to... I don't need to fire up the computer for that.
There's nothing good that can come from this.
Okay, so apparently I'm supposed to do this again.
No. No, what are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Do you have any cake? I've heard that before. That works pretty well. Last time I heard. This is reminding me of that thing in Portal 2, where we had to jump with Wheatley.
Stanley?
Why would I do that?
Let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Oh, that is rather sad. I would love to go back to the other room, but I feel like you
Yes.
just... Yeah.
Perhaps you can.
Ooh.
Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
But it's more exciting over here. We get to jump off ladders, or stairs.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
I think you just need to have more interesting things to do than sit up and look at the sky. Ow.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
The choice of just, like, constantly murdering myself.
Is it over?
Why?
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Why would you do that, Stanley? That is so stupid.
Incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Alright, this one I think is going to be real quick.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
Yeah, not too far. It's even got a little caution tape, so it's got to be safe, right?
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Wow. What a jerk. Can't even go back at that point. Just locks the doors behind you. Alright, let me look through the list some more. Okay. Is it this door I'm supposed to do it at? Crap. Was that the wrong door?
Stepping.
There we go. There we go. Did I do that right? I did. I did it right. So apparently you're supposed to go to the boss's office, quickly enter and leave the room, making sure the doors get closed. All the doors behind Stanley will be open, including the executive bathroom. Should I... Oh, wait. No, I can't... Should I go to the executive bathroom? I didn't even notice that till now. Let's check that out. You lied to me. The executive bathroom is in fact not open. And apparently there's supposed to be a door open right in front of our office. Somewhere around here. Ah, over here. Spooky doorway. Spooky doorway. Okay, there we go. You are now leaving. Oh boy. Wow. Escape pod bay. Or not that way. This place seems kind of spooky. I guess we're going to escape pod bay. Escape pod launch bay. Here we go. Escape. Just what I wanted. Uh-oh. I hope so. In case you're wondering why it's so dark, don't worry. It really is dark. It's very dark. Oh, it's loading. Okay. I was about to say, what? Is it supposed to be this dark? What? Apparently, from what I'm reading, apparently, after you go far enough, there'll be a sign warning the player that both the narrator and the player need to be present in order for the escape sequence. The narrator was disabled early on, so Stanley couldn't escape. Like in Not Stanley ending, the narrator needed Stanley, but he wasn't controlled by the player. So what, is that it?
All of his code.
Did I miss the sign? I think I missed the sign.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
That's
the meeting
unfortunate.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So apparently, let's see. Get on. Okay, so for the next ending, get on top of the desk at the left with the square computer.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he
4,
couldn't find a
3,
trace
4.
of his co-workers.
Supposed to get on this. On this, I think. It's possible by walking up to the chair and continuing on top of it. I feel like someone's lying to me. There's no jump command. Oh, wait, I got it. Sort of. There we go. Hold on. Things are happening. Whoa. Okay.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Am I sick of the gag? Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Oh boy, singing.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
Gangly?
What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
That was a great song. Oh, is there another verse? Oh, does the saga continue? I'm sure you all love staring at a white wall, but there's not much else to look at. Am I supposed to quit this? Is that what they're trying to imply here? Okay, yeah, I've had about enough of that. We're done. We're done. Let's try again. So apparently it's possible to answer no to that, and you get a slightly different bit of dialogue. So let's see if I can do that again.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
There we go.
co-workers.
That was a lot easier the second time.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Okay, am I sick of the gag? No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would
Probably,
even
yeah.
have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Yeah, I think I'm done with the gag. Alright, so the next one's called the Heaven Ending, and I've already completed 2 steps of it. You have to, there's those computers that say, like, awaiting input, and you have to click them. I've already done 2 of them. One of them's gonna be in the boss secretary's office, so we've got to go there next. Okay, it should be on her computer. Yep. Now that I've done that, I've got to restart and go back again.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
all the computers got crazy text.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he
there's the
couldn't
next
find
input.
a trace of his co-workers.
If I can get it.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference.
Do I have to get on the computer to do it?
Did it advance the story
there we go.
in any way.
And I got to restart again. And the last one should be on Stanley's computer itself. There we go. Uh-oh. It's a bomb. Welcome, Stanley, to have it. Oh my gosh. It's just a place just full of buttons. It truly is heaven for Stanley, is it not? Oh, I see. Gotcha. So the buttons stay depressed, so you could press all the buttons. Oh no, wait, they become undepressed after a while. So it really is just unlimited buttons for days. Truly a heavenly place. There's even little sparkles. So apparently you have to begin the game again to leave. And yeah, okay. The last input on Stanley's computer remains in case you ever wish to do that again. Alright, there is... Let me take a quick look at this. There's one ending that I actually have to, I think, leave the game to do. And then there's 2 more... Well, there's one joke ending and then the broom closet ending people keep talking about. I'll save that one for last. So let me close the game and we'll be right back. Okay, so apparently for this last one, what we have to do is in Steam, we have to change the launch options of the Stanley Parable. Here we go, set launch options. This is for advanced users only. We have to type console and then run the game. So let's see if that worked for us. Ah, perfect. We got the console now. So we're supposed to put SV_cheat space 1.
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. That table is the most serious table I could find. I looked at many, many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000 tables. I honestly don't know. The specific number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at, this one is the most serious.
It is pretty darn
I relate
serious.
this story to impress upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is why I brought you here. You just tried to activate server cheats, which of course runs the risk of breaking the entire game. You've got no respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that. It's time to get serious, Stanley. No jokes, no games. Outside of this room, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room.
The room?
Which is why I'm subjecting you to the most serious punishment I can think of. 100 billion trillion years standing here in the serious room.
What?
Perhaps after that,
Are
we
you
can
serious?
talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've learned anything. But until then, serious room, go.
I want to be in the serious room. But screw that. Look at all this. Look at all this fancy stuff. Well, fine. We'll do it again.
Whoa. Did we not have the talk? Are we not in the serious room this very moment? Did I not tell you how many tables I looked through? I'm going to be conservative and say it was somewhere in the tens of thousands of tables. Any reasonable person would say I spent an absurd amount of time doing nothing but looking at tables, and I genuinely considered each one too. I took a hell of a lot of notes. I kept the notes in a different room. That room is less serious than this one.
It's a very serious room.
A notes room. Again, the point of this story is to convey how serious I feel this cheating issue is. And I'm sure you'll agree with me once you've fulfilled your new punishment. Infinity years in the serious room.
Infinity years?
I generally have trouble reading human emotions, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you're devastated by this crippling new punishment.
Infinity years? Are you
As well
serious?
you should be. It's the most serious I could think of.
It is pretty
Can you get more
serious.
serious than that? No, you can't. Don't try.
Well, I don't fancy being in here for infinity years. So we might have to do something about that.
Still no effect. The problem is clearly the serious room. It isn't serious enough. That's on me, Stanley. I apologize. I'm going to the store to look through more tables. Hopefully I find one that conveys how wrong what you're doing is. Now, where did I put those notes?
So what? That's it? You're abandoning me? To go look for a stupid table? Apparently table wasn't serious enough. And apparently that's it. That's the end of the serious room. How unfortunate. It was fun though. Got to do some out of video gaming. Okay, so apparently to get the whiteboard ending, we have to... The office has to be bluish, which I've seen before, but I didn't really know there was anything to do with it. So instead we're going to go for the broom closet ending, which is, we have to go to the broom closet. Here we go. So let's go in here.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What if I didn't, huh? You don't know me. What if I need to clean? Use brooms. And
There was nothing
closet.
here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Nope, still here. Weird lighting.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Wow. I can open and close the door. You don't know me.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. but it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
You don't know?
I never would have thought to mention it.
Look at that wrench. That looks significant.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite."
When did I
hope your friends find this concerning.
When did I get my accent? I don't remember that accent.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Wow. Did you... Wow. You shamed me and my
I've come to a
family.
very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I'm dead?
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
He died. That was pretty bad.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Oh, cool. Sweet, we can get the whiteboard ending now, apparently. Almost done with the broom closet ending.
All of his co-workers
So apparently we can go into room
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
426.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Stanley finds a small room in which a whiteboard hangs on the wall. It's more an Easter egg or a joke. It also has console, carrot, bark. I don't know if that's carrot. That's actually greater than, isn't it? I don't know. Which apparently, if we enter that in, apparently this is an unknown command. Oh, are we supposed to type console bark? Okay, whatever. Apparently it's supposed to make a bark sound. I don't know. Let's go see if the broom closet ending is truly done.
Disbelief. Stanley Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Well, this was rather fun.
No person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
He boarded up the broom closet so you couldn't go in there anymore. And the last ending, which I'm not going to be getting, like I've said, is the art ending. Basically, once Stanley reaches the baby game, you continue to press the button. After 2 hours, the narrator adds another game. One where you have to save a puppy from piranhas by pressing another button in front of the first one. In order to beat both games, Stanley has to go back and forth to press both buttons. After a total of 4 hours playing, Stanley will be brought to a white room where he gets to see the divine art. In addition, when playing the baby game, the narrator will talk about the likeness of using hacks to repeatedly press the buttons without doing anything yourself. If Stanley fails at either of the games, then the game ending starts. I don't want to spend 4 hours doing that, but you can certainly look it up because I have as well. And from what I can tell, that's the end of the Stanley Parable. There's nothing really left. Maybe like there might be like an odd line or two that's missing somewhere. Maybe somewhere where they had possible choices. But for the most part, that's it. That was a fun little diversion. I quite enjoyed that. Going to be starting the new Let's Play soon. Hope you guys are ready for that, and I will see you whenever that comes along. Thanks for watching. Bye.